they make.
These were taken at the West Highland Police Station, 1984. You were there.
Same model.
These were taken today.
You have to let me see my son. He's in great danger.
New mission. Once, he was programmed to destroy the future.
You don't know what it's like to try to kill one of these things.
Now, his mission...
Get down.
...is to protect it.
Come with me if you want to live.
You're really real.
His loyalty is to a child.
Who sent you?
You did. 35 years from now.
And his enemy...
He's a Terminator like you, right?
Not like me.
...is the deadliest machine ever built.
Can it be destroyed?
Unknown.
This time, there are two. Terminator 2.
You just can't go around killing people.
Why?
If you thought you had seen it all, look again.
Stay down!
Go! Now!
We gotta stick together.
Arnold Schwarzenegger. Terminator 2, Judgment Day. This time, he's back. For good.
Trust me.
And good morning, everybody. Welcome to day 9 of 31 Days of Monsters. I am your horrible host, Graham Nolan, recording this today because actually on the 9th, I've gone in for surgery. So it's going to be it's going to be a bit before I can bounce back. So I'm pre-recording some of these things. But like the Terminator himself, I'll be back. So today we're going to talk about the sequel to the Terminator, Terminator 2. Starring, of course, Arnold Schwarzenegger as the Terminator, but this time he's different. He's the same model, but different programming. I love this movie. You know, James Cameron's one of those directors where a lot of his stuff doesn't hold up. It tends to date itself. But this one does for me. I really, really enjoy this. This is one of those movies I can put on at any time. I've heard some people say, oh, this shouldn't be on the list because it's not a monster movie. But it's clearly a science fiction movie, and science fiction is covered under our purview here on 31 Days of Monsters. And you could make an argument that, you know, he is a monster, or at least the T-1000 is, played by Robert Patrick in this, who is, by the way, amazing in his ability to seem machine-like, even in the aspect of him running. He does these sprints, and I guess he trained for this, you know, for like months, you know, just sprinting as fast as he could and only breathing through his nose, you know, not breathing through his mouth and huffing and puffing and stuff. And he got to the point where when he was chasing Edward Furlong's character, who got on his motorbike and took off, and he runs after him, he kept catching him. I think they had to give him a bigger lead because he got so good at running like that. This is a landmark film in its use of the beginnings of CGI. Certainly there was other movies, The Abyss, that Cameron filmed before this, used or started some of the techniques like the morphing of the liquid metal that they used for this, and the stuff still holds up. I think it definitely holds up. Yeah, there's a few things that you know, they would be able to do better now, but it doesn't affect it in any way. You know, the funniest thing about science fiction movies is that no matter how cool the concept, the science fiction is always dated by the technology of the time in which the movie was made. So, for example, in Alien or Aliens, you know, they have spaceships that can go out, outside the solar system, traveling at speeds of light, and cryogenic chambers to allow people to sleep for months at a time, and all that kind of stuff. And yet their computers still go digga, 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 oink, 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 beep, 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 like they're trying to, log into AOL in the 90s. That always cracks me up about sci-fi films when you go back to watch them. They're always stuck in their in the time in which they were made. Arnold is great in this. Yeah, there's some cheesy stuff, the thumbs up thing and all of that. But by and large, this is a really, really great action film. Linda Hamilton is really cool. I mean, she trained like hell to get ripped up for this, which made perfect sense for her story arc of her character. Now that she knows the world's coming to an end, she's got to do what she can. She's a soldier now. She's got to step up and try and prevent it. So she's got to be in shape. She has to. I don't remember if she smoked in the first movie, but she's certainly smoking cigarettes in this one. Like she's just drinking bourbon and lifting and has a lot of knowledge about weaponry and ordnance and stuff like that. So yeah, it makes sense for her character. I guess originally they were going to swap out Michael Biehn for this, and Michael Biehn was going to be the T-1000, so that he'd be the bad guy. But I think they found that they thought that would make it too confusing on viewers who had seen the first movie, and I think it's a good call. There's no reason that every one of these things there's only two models and they should all look the same. The idea that they could come up with a Terminator that was like liquid metal that could take the shape or form of a weapon or anything like that really works out cool. I think, that they had the technology to do that. So yeah, this is just a great, great sci-fi movie. The last of the great Terminators. The first one was great. This is like the Godfather 2 of of the Terminator franchise. So, of course, there's no comments because we're recording this. So we'll see you tomorrow for day 10. And until then, you guys have a great day, and we'll see you then. And let's just end it like we do all of ours with our Ghost of Medical Geek trailer. See ya.